FSPA, welcome to Prepcast, where we turn headlines into conversations. We're your hosts, Isabella Damas
and Susana Sagun, and today we're discussing the topic of student journalism.
From the stress of deadlines to the excitement of seeing your work published. We're here at the FSPA convention, where the hotel is buzzing with around 1,500 student journalists from all over Florida. And to get us started, we wanted to hear from you. How would you describe the field of journalism today?
I would say it's very exotic.
Creative.
Curiosity.
Exciting.
Uncovering.
Enticing. Technical.
I definitely agree with these reasons. And I do feel that journalism has its ups and downs and its highs and lows. But we wanted to ask, what is the point?
To answer this question, we reached out to NBC News Director Pilar Melendez.
She believes that her experience as a student journalist taught her many skills that she still uses daily.
Yeah.
So I think interviewing and identifying a story is something that I learned, in high school. I think figuring out what stories need to be told when, the priorities of stories, making sure you have a different array of hard news versus sports versus something light and fun, catch the reader's interest in their specific verticals that they like. Interviewing from figuring out who to interview and asking for an interview, to asking the right questions, to figuring out follow-up questions on the spot. I think that was definitely something I learned at Gulliver. And writing on deadline, figuring out of an interview that you had what was the most important part, or following a story where it leads you versus being really stuck on the assignment that you had and then realizing halfway through your interviews that the story's changed, or it's not coming together, or it's not true even, and kind of pivoting and figuring out how to make the story the best it can be given the timeline that you have.
I definitely think that these skills not only help you with the journalism profession, but in other professions as well. Like time management and talking to people, social skills are definitely things that you use in your day-to-day life no matter what job you do.
Exactly. In every job, you really need to be able to be good at communicating.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be good at, I'm kind of repeating what you said, time management, but it's true. You really need to be able to organize yourself in any job, not just journalism.
And actually, we have someone that we were talking to, Kimberly Cruz, who's in marketing, that did journalism as a high schooler, but she's actually doing another profession now. Let's take a look at what she said.
I am now studying public relations and communication studies with a minor in graphic design. And I think doing yearbook for 4 years gave me the biggest advantage in the classroom. Mm-hmm. I knew how to write articles. I knew how to interview people. I had way more skills in Photoshop and the other Adobe Creative Cloud softwares than my peers. Most of my peers were learning it during the intro classes while I was already excelling. And the assignments were a lot easier for me than for my peers. And I helped a lot of my peers with their assignments because yearbook and working with Emerald gave me so much of an advantage that I think other people should have done in high school.
I definitely think that not only in other professions and stuff, but also news, student journalists need to be able to, they're able to decipher what's real and what's fake in the world. Especially with growing, social media, how much it's growing in AI, you never really know what's true or not. And I definitely think that student journalists can easily identify that because they know, writing styles and people that write with, emotion because they write with emotion. Don't you agree?
I do agree. And I think it's essential for students nowadays to know how to differ and they can tell what's fake news, what's real news, what's AI generated, because not only some people are just starting to believe that whatever they see on social media is real, and that can lead them to make big decisions like vote for the president that they think is correct, but there's really no way of telling because whatever someone could have read on the internet could fully have been fake.
Yeah, exactly. And it says on the Pew Research Center that 86% of US adults say that they at least sometimes get news from a smartphone, computer, or tablet, and including 57% who say they do so often, and 63% get news from television at least sometimes. So I think that definitely the people get their news now from online sources more than definitely like print and stuff. And you never really know. You have to trust like a very trustworthy news website is what you should be getting your news from, like a specific set of journalists that you know you can trust, because in this changing world with all these like new people and new technologies that can just write whatever, it's definitely hard to understand what's really going on in the world and like decipher everything.
Not only does student journalism allow you and help you to distinguish fake news from real news, but it also opens a whole world of opportunities for students.
Yeah, that's a great point. Let's actually listen to what Kimberly Cruz has to say about that. So to wrap things up, I think the true point of journalism is to provide you with a fundamental amount of skills to do whatever you want to pursue in life, as well as from distinguishing real and fake news in the world, especially with the changing and evolving technology that's going on. And then as well, the opportunities that it opens for you that maybe other extracurriculars do not. Thank you for listening to Prepcast.
Thank you.